Okay, 68 subscribers. The reason we're looking at a car instead of a motorbike tonight is I've had to put my MZ on hold and the clutch release bearing on hold for the Tuono because my son had all his brake ABS lights light up like a Christmas tree on his BMW E92 325i. So he had a speed sensor ring, a reluctor ring on the offside go. We've replaced that on the original drive shaft. So tonight I'm going to show you how to take the drive shaft out on the difficult side, which is the near side, and we may have to lower the exhaust, may not, I don't know. So I'm just going to show you the tools that are required. Obviously a jack, axle stands, 30mm socket, this little talky type looking thing, which is called an E14, mega long breaker bar, mega long extension. So I've got mostly about 4 foot of extensions. The all important hammer and chisel to get the 30mm nut off. We're also going to use a tool, air chisel, to push the axle, the splines on the axle through the wheel hub that was recommended to myself by a good friend, young Dan Horn. I can call him that because he's younger than me. Anyway, so we're going to get the car jacked up and we'll continue from there. So we've removed the wheel. Let me get into a better position. We removed the wheel, we've jacked it up. The centre nut that holds the spindle, the splined drive shaft through the wheel bearing and brake disc assembly, has a nut, and it has two like little flappy bits that you bang over the shaft, so once you've torqued it up it won't undo, so you basically destroy the nut getting it off. So obviously that's something that needs replacing. So what Richard is doing at the moment, Richard would normally be the cameraman, but I'm the cameraman and Richard's doing his car, so he's now hopefully made it so we can undo the nut. So what we need to do now, if that's now done, we now put the wheel back on, lower the car down, get the 30mm socket on it with the 3 foot breaker bar and crack it, and then we can take it off and then we'll carry on regardless. So we've now lowered the car down, we've moved the centre, it's leg in the way, we've removed the centre BMW cap, so the wheel is down on the ground, the handbrake's on, so now Richard's going to use the mega big breaker bar there, 30mm breaker bar, and crack it, and hopefully this should make it very easy. He might need my assistance of a boot, hold that on, so I will lend him my boot. Anything on? So it's good to get it in the right position where it's easy and natural, mostly easier to pull down, I guess. So make sure it's in the right place. So my boot is on it, and here we go, and it seemed like it slipped then.
It did. Right, boot please. Looks like some slip.
And it slipped again, so maybe we haven't opened up those tabs that are pinching on the shaft. Okay, welcome to part 2 of Richard's E92 325i rear axle, rear drive shaft removal. So part one, we struggled with the nut. This is what was left, the nut. Somebody had actually hammered it so, whoops, so hard into the drive shaft end. We had to borrow a friend's impact gun to get it out. So, and that one there is the new one. So, the nut has come off this drive shaft there. There's splines that goes through the hub, and then it follows all the way down there to that rubber gator where those bolts are that bolt onto the diff flange. So what he's going to do, he's going to use a mega long extension bar.
Handbrake on first.
Hopefully he's going to put the handbrake on. Put the handbrake on, or you could wedge the centre of the disc with a screwdriver, whatever your cup of tea is. So, but we're going to use, most probably a 4-foot extension, so it's easier to use a massive breaker bar to crack them. There's 6 of them. So he's now got it on one. He's going to apply the breaker bar, and he's going to make it look really easy. There you go.
He says.
Here we go. There you go. How easy was that? So he'll mostly finish off with the little one there. And there you go. So he's going to then repeat this 6 times or 5 times now until they're all loose. And after that, we're then going to have to find an angle to put the drive shaft in to hopefully push it out. We're going to push it out with a, I think I may have mentioned it in the first one, with a air chisel with a pointy bit on it. This drive shaft has got a machining taper hole in the centre, which you'll see. So it goes in there and it just pushes out. I think I mentioned it. A friend of mine from work, young Dan Horn, recommended it, and it's the best tip I can recommend to you guys, because on one I done my car, my E82, it took me forever knocking them out with a hammer. Like, I felt like a butcher. But anyway, we will reconvene after the 6 bolts are out. Okay, part 3. If you glance in here, you can see we've disconnected the drive flange from the drive shaft from the differential flange down there. Can you see the exhaust that is in the way? So we haven't got enough room, so we have disconnected one exhaust rubber there. We have disconnected another exhaust rubber there at the back, and there's a horrible one which is there-ish, I think you can see. We may have to drop it even further because there's the support bracket there, so if your exhaust brackets or exhaust rubbers were to break, that catches the exhaust. So we may have to disconnect it there. I did on my E82, but we're going to have a go with the air chisel now in the shaft here. So the air chisel will go in here like so. The Richard will apply air, which will vibrate the shaft on the splines through, and there may be enough room, there may not be. So if there isn't enough room, we then have to lower the exhaust a tad more. So we just thought we'd show you this. I'm just going to shine the light for you. There you go. So yeah, there may be enough room, there may not be. It's going to be tight. Personally, I think we may have to, but we're going to give it a go. And like we said, this is the awkward side one, the bastard side one. The other one is a piece of cake. So if you can follow these instructions, the other one, yeah, you just unbolt and knock through. Bob's your uncle. So
that's lined up.
We're gonna let Richard get the gun and get to work on it. Okay, we're now having a go at moving the shaft, which you can see there. We've got the air chisel on the centre thing. Make sure it's level, Richard, and then away you go. Is it moving? Is it moving?
Doesn't look so, no.
So he's now, are we looking there, chiseled it through. Whether we have enough room to pull it out, we will find out. I think it's going to be too tight and we'll have to drop the exhaust.
I think we'll be alright.
But Richard reckons we'll be alright. So he's the font of no knowledge. He's never done this before. I have.
Might be better off from your side actually. Might have to get under it.
You see, he's trying to make me do work again.
Oh no, I can get under it.
Good. It is your car, son. So anyway, that is the best bit of kit you can use to drive that through there, because I don't know if you can see the rust. It becomes really hard to get it out. But anyway, we will hopefully...
Keep rolling. It's coming.
Oh, he says it's going to come. Did you hear that, everybody? Keep rolling. Yeah, you nearly just need to thump it down a bit. A bit more pressure. Pull on the drive shaft. Pull it down on the drive shaft. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, a bit more.
If you come under here, you'll see what I'm playing with.
I can see from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I can see it. I've got it. So you're gonna take it, look, pulling it to you, are you? Remember, the drive shaft will push towards that will push towards me, which may give you the clearance you need. Nearly there, or are we just moving it around? Okay, I don't know what part this is, but you can understand. Right, I'm going to go under the car. Richard thinks he's got it out.
Yeah.
So, he has. He has. He has. Little bugger, with pulling the exhaust down, he saved dropping the exhaust. So, here we have one skinny little drive shaft. I say skinny. So, there's the rusty splines. Here's the nut, or the threaded part that you've got to bang the nut over. It's the splines. Here's the reluctor ring. This reluctor ring was okay. Rusty. Richard showed us a new one. Need to clean these up. They all look good condition. Obviously nothing's going to happen to the shaft because it's just a piece of metal.
Maybe the catching was just that bit against the diff. That's
Yeah.
an awkward bit to come out.
Yeah, you can see where it's been catching. So there you go, good ladies and gentlemen. There's the hole. So what will happen now, Richard is going to knock this off, clean it up. We have a zinc red paint that looks like red oxide without the lead in it, because you know we can't get that stuff anymore. So we'll do that, clean this up, red oxide that, the flange. We'll put the ring back on. We'll then plastic coat spray paint over the ring once the ring is on, and the shaft and the other flange, and then we'll put like a grease spray on it, and the reverse is the reverse of that. So I hope that has helped you guys, show you how to get the bastard side off, I'm allowed to say that, or the near side on your BMW E92, well, any BMW really, but that's the hardest one, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Richard enjoyed it. Did you enjoy yourself, Richard?
Great fun.
Great fun, yeah, he's going to enjoy putting that back and all. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope that helped.